I was insisting we have a horny cat, but
Well, good evening, everybody.
Yes.
Good evening. Look
Happy
at all of
Wednesday.
these
Happy hump
interesting
day.
and beautiful faces sitting around me. Cal is here.
Hi.
Dale Stine and Rajee is with us.
Me, I'm here.
And
Me.
Rajee.
Turn to your right.
Me.
I'll give you your bell if you acknowledge me.
And Faye Wood is back from Puerto Vallarta.
Yes, I am.
Were you sinful?
I was sinless.
Sinless.
But your son kissed.
But I'm sun-kissed, and whatever happened in PV stayed there.
I can't. Gay boys happen in Puerto Vallarta, not girls. That's what happened, and that's why it stayed there, because there was no.
There was no other big
no
group.
action. All right, we're going to have a fun show here. Yay! Well, good evening, America, and welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television talk show. It's 9 p.m. Wednesday, August 25th. They only tell me the date, so I know really what's going on. I'm your anchor, Al Ferguson, and let's start by meeting tonight's host for It's Happening Out. First up, let's welcome Faye Wood. We were just talking at the intro. She is a radio and television personality and has the popular blog and YouTube channel aiming to unite the L and the G together. She's a hostess and MC for many South Florida events, an animal advocate, owner of Face for Her Family, and is the anchor of the travel news show Happening Out.travel, and you can see her on the Faye What Show. How clever that is, by the way. Could you feel the shade?
I feel the shade.
Yeah. Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Good evening, Faye.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be back with you all. And you know, if you missed Faye What, watch it on YouTube. Rajee was my guest yesterday, and she was just exceptional. What a wonderful time we had.
Rajee, now I've got a reason to really watch.
Yes.
Watch. Exciting. All right, let's welcome Gajraj. He is a marketing and public relations executive, 20 years experience in brand development, communications, and media relations. He is currently a communications director in the healthcare industry and adjunct professor, I always have trouble with that word, at Miami-Dade College, advisory board member to the PRSA, Greater Fort Lauderdale, and also, by the way, an anchor at Queer News Tonight here on the Happening Out Television Network. Good evening, Cal.
Good evening, everyone.
We were talking, by the way, Cal and I, of really super sexy places for him to vacation.
Yes.
I'm cheering him on to Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gay boys will eat you up, Cal.
That's exactly
Wait.
true. That's exactly true.
buffet
New
is
Year's.
open.
And the buffet is open. Oh, wait. It's going to be that kind of night. All right. Let's, yes, by the way, yes. All right. Let's welcome Dale Stine. He received a master's degree from the world-famous Juilliard School, well-known photographer, and is famous for his photographs of internationally acclaimed DJs, producers, drag personas, politicos, business people, and entertainers. He's presently the director of music ministry at Unity on the Bay and the moderator of South Florida's largest LGBTQ Facebook group, Miami Gay List. He also served on the Miami Beach LGBTQ Advisory Committee, along with several other Queer News Tonight anchors. He now sits on the city's Human Rights Committee. Welcome, Dale.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here.
It's going to be fun. Next and finally, but not last or least, let's welcome anchor Rajee Narine-Singh, a famous transgender activist, actress, author, mystic, and reality TV personality. She is of Asian Indian descent from Trinidad and Tobago. I love that location in the Caribbean. She has appeared on more than 35 television shows across the world. Welcome, Rajee.
Thank you so much, and I am feeling so high tonight because I was on Faye What last night. It was so great. And my brother Cal is here. Right now, my mouth is watering. I'm thinking curry chicken, dal, and roti.
Yes.
It's great to be with all of you.
Wait, you're equating personalities with the food you would eat. Very interesting. All right, so good evening, South Florida. We are the first and most popular live LGBTQ talk show in the world. We thank you very much. More than 50,000 of you watched us in YouTube alone last Wednesday.
Wow.
Thank you. We have so much to talk about next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and right now, live on It's Happening Out.
Well, you are watching, as you just heard, a live and unedited LGBTQ talk show. So anything can happen. Look around this table. Yeah, you got it. It's going to. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click the bell for updates. If you're on Facebook, like and share this video. Let's begin. This is an interesting and unique meme of the week. In fact, it's so interesting, this is going to be our hot topic tonight. But we want to show you an interesting meme that is circulating called the OnlyFans CEO before his investor meeting. Watch this.
Conservatively, what percentage of our platform is porn? 9%? 90? Martha, I'm not angry. I just am trying to understand how this didn't get to me. When I started this website, I wanted it to be about buddies doing social media. That's why I started the BDSM tag. It's full of what? Well, it can't all be porn, okay? It can't all be porn.
Be porn. It just can't all be porn.
It's not all porn. Only 90% of it.
Right.
Are you sure? Yeah, exactly.
So what do you? It is that. It actually is. What do you think about our meme this week? Do you think that's what the CEO was?
That's a short film. That's not a meme. That's a short film.
I think it's hilarious.
It's really good. It's well
It is
done.
funny.
Clever.
Do you
funny.
think that they, when they first started OnlyFans, that it would become what it was? I doubt that
No,
they knew that.
absolutely
Think
not.
about Facebook when they started it off in a college dorm room, that it would be global and everybody would have one.
Would
you know?
be shocked? And again, we're going to get into OnlyFans as our big topic this week. But would it shock you that the transactional amount of money that has crossed the platform is now in the billions?
It
Wow.
doesn't shock me.
No, sex
No.
sells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't shock
Sex
me.
Yeah, like during
Wait,
quarantine.
Rajee just said sex sells. Anything you want to share with us?
And then when she said that, I had to look at her boobs,
I know.
right? Like, I automatically was like,
I got two
yes, it
involved.
does, girl. I'm buying a ticket.
Wait. Sex sells. Dale, anything you want to tell us?
So is
All right.
OnlyFans going to come up on the screen?
Yeah, right. We're
gonna save the OnlyFans
CEO
commentary
here in a
for
minute.
the
Exactly.
story.
All right. It's Happening Out, as you know, is part of the Happening Out Television Network, Hotspots Magazine, and WMEG Events. Hotspots is celebrating 36 years of the LGBTQ experience, and now we're all merged. Print, events, and digital television. And we bring you the best of LGBTQ news, entertainment, and support of the LGBTQ community. Okay, who needs a drink?
Me.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Me.
I'll take one.
Whenever I'm sitting next to Faye, I need a drink.
Oh, why do I hear that so often?
Yeah, I know, from so many people too.
your wife, even,
right?
your wife.
Exactly,
I've
and it
seen how she
starts
can
with
put it down.
Teresa.
She
Exactly.
can really put it away.
That's right.
Now I know why.
Wait, she's putting away what?
Oh.
She can really
Say what?
She can really.
Oh, we're still talking about drinks. Yeah, got it. All right. Let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That. And we invite you to play at home right along with us as I ask these hosts 4 questions. If they agree with me, they're going to take the best shot that they've ever taken in their entire lives. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
If they disagree, well, it's going to be a long night for everybody, especially me. All right, everybody ready?
Ready.
All right, so let's play I'd Swallow That. Many Drag Race fans support excluding trans performers because they feel body work gives them an unfair advantage. Well, it got upped this week as a bio queen or an AFAB, assigned female at birth queen, is coming to Drag Race. Question number 1. I'd swallow that. I don't think there should be a bio queen competing on Drag Race UK.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not drinking
No,
that.
I'm not
Swallow.
drinking that. No,
Yes,
no, we're all about inclusivity, you know. And Wow, did you just
Wow.
what happened?
Well, I mean, okay, I know you okay. No,
Right.
Go ahead
no,
and spit. You can spit.
The
You know
thing is being a drag queen is an art,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and every trans person doesn't have that ability. I've never been a drag queen, believe it or not. No, I haven't. And so it's an art form, and I think that if someone is that artistic and creative to do it, why should they be disqualified for being because they're trans?
And at the same time, as you know, has been said many times by many people, it's all drag. So I mean, leather is drag, whatever is,
I wonder if maybe tonight Rue's listening and she's catching on to a new catchphrase that she might be able to incorporate in the show. It's everything else is all drag. That's
She has that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
that was the reference.
Yeah.
We're all,
Yeah.
we're all
the
born
joke I
naked and
was
the rest is
making
drag.
about- right?
Why I was referencing.
Look,
Bruce
Damn
Hall.
you! It's a hard audience. Hard audience here tonight.
I was referencing.
Cal, you're a big Drag Race fan.
I love Drag Race.
Girls.
As in,
As in
Drag
joining?
Race?
As in joining Drag Race?
Here, I'll diagram it for
yeah.
you.
I mean,
Let me show you real quick.
yeah, and I've watched all of the international drag race shows as
But
well.
I mean
And-
specifically the contestant who's from Cardiff, Wales, hilarious queen. She's going to do really, really well. But she has natural capabilities in drag that others don't.
And I think I'm in agreement, with Dale because I'm a huge fan of the arts, and I think doing drag is a performance art.
Yeah.
So I don't think it requires you to be a specific gender, but it still requires you to perform. So I think looking at it from that artistic point of view, it just kind of levels the playing field.
From a
and everybody should
vaudevillian
be able
I'm,
point of view.
I'm curious, you're our only bio woman at the
That's
table
me.
tonight.
Oh, excuse me.
Right?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
You want me to stand up and prove
Yeah.
myself?
Right. Wait, yes, I do. I'll swallow that. Oh, shut up. I'd swallow that.
Now that would make international news.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
And so what do you think?
No, but listen, seriously, Drag Race has broken so many barriers over the years, and it has put our community up in the limelight, right? Think about Got Mick. Okay, I mean that was incredible. Her talent just like exudes her. And would she not be able to because she was a trans man, because she was a trans person? I mean, come on, there should not be that limitation. I think that this person, her audition is great. I don't think she's gonna win. That's just my own personal opinion, but the talent is there.
Well-
It's interesting. Go ahead.
No, well, what I was going to say is I have a gay friend, and we had a
One?
discussion.
Just one?
Well, no, I have many, but I should say one of my gay friends. We had a discussion about this, and drag is just so popular, and even like the heterosexual world, they'll open their hearts to drag because it's entertaining. So he told me, he says, "Girl, you should have been a drag queen. Forget the transsexual part."
It's interesting to me as we have this conversation. I take the shot kind of as a joke, of course, and all of you put the shot down. But I brought RuPaul. Before RuPaul's Drag Race started, the show had been greenlit by Logo Television, if you remember Logo. And right before the show was going to be filmed, RuPaul came to Sawmill and did a fundraising event for me to help in turning Sawmill not-for-profit. And RuPaul's Drag Race was not embracing, you could not be trans. You could not be Carmen Carrera before Carmen transitioned. After transition, she could not have been on RuPaul's Drag Race. And now that issue is resolved. Yeah, of course you can be trans. And now this breaks another barrier.
Yes.
And they're doing it in the UK because it's a little easier to test the water and swallow the conclusion of what do fans think of having a bio woman participate. I absolutely promise you we're going to see it in the United States, and we're probably going to get to the point where we don't even think about at all who is performing in drag, which is a really great thing.
Yes, it is.
I think.
Absolutely.
Really
It's
great
an
thing.
art form.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, let's move on. Celebrities sometimes pop up at the most unexpected times. An example. Recently, Elton John surprised diners at a beachside restaurant in France with his newest song. Question number 2. I'd swallow that. I have had a celebrity encounter that has shocked me and all others around me too. Have you had a celebrity experience that shocked you?
Shocked you.
That shocked me.
Well, I've had a few.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I've had a few. There's the one when David Bowie flirted with me at the baggage claim many years ago. I was coming back from England, and he was on the plane in first class. I was in coach. But we were at the baggage claim, and he looked across, and my sister nudged me, and she was like, God, David Bowie is like really checking you out. And I was like so shy then. I should have went over and said, hey, what's up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Dale encounters in New York. I mean,
Yeah,
you drop that
people
mic
encounters, yeah.
almost every single day. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Well-
I hung out with this person.
I don't really, you do meet people. I mean, I think I taught, when I was teaching aerobics, I taught aerobics in the 80s because, with leggings, short shorts, the whole thing. That's a whole other topic. But James Taylor used to
You
take
just
my
can't
class.
help yourself.
Stockard Channing, you remember Stockard Channing?
Of course.
Yeah, and Mariah Carey used to work the desk at this club where I worked for free classes because she couldn't afford them otherwise.
Wow.
So, I mean, there was,
Wow.
and then I was cater waitering. I mean, I sang with Bette Midler, and I was in Sting's house.
Pick up all those names,
Cool.
Dale. Pick up all
Now,
those
were we
names.
friends? No, I was working.
No, but the
I
point
was
was
working
it
for-
shocking? Like I met Gene Simmons and he tried to stick his tongue down my throat, and I was like,
Ooh.
bro. But I wasn't shocked about it. You know what I mean? Like I expected that from him. And when he went, I was like,
Ugh.
Yeah, none of the thing is that none of those are really shocking experiences.
Yeah. I had a situation with
Gene Simmons? Really?
That was shocking because I was Gene Simmons was in baggage claim at Atlanta
baggage
Airport,
claim.
and Cal walked up to him and tried to stick his tongue.
So much baggage to claim.
All right, let's move on. There are several groups of people online who have dedicated their time to tracking down Capitol insurrectionists, dun dun dun, using security camera footage and pictures. One rioter identified this week who helped beat a cop was recently outed as a fitness model on Instagram. I think we're going to show you a picture of him. Question number 3. I'd swallow that. While he is a monster, I hate to admit the pictures captured my attention.
hell yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm
Take
not,
the rest of my
I
shots.
know, right?
Can anti-democrats still be sexy as all get out?
If they don't talk, they could be totally sexy.
He's Republican.
Oh, so he talks
He
a
follows
lot.
Tucker Carlson.
He talks a lot.
He likes Laura Ingraham.
We don't have to talk politics.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk, period.
if you have his face in the pillow, you don't have to hear him talking.
Hey, listen. Ooh,
Good job, Dale.
I've taken a few
Wait.
boxes.
I'm just curious. Do you have the same response?
What was the question?
His comment was, well, as long as his face is in the pillow, it doesn't matter. And then I turn to you and go, oh, is that what you would be doing? His face in the pillow.
My face would be in the pillow.
Oh,
Mine too.
I love
see,
So many bottoms. So
I was
Clarify
going to
that.
say, that was just so cheap of me, wasn't it? Oh, I enjoyed it. All right, next, let's move on again. Sometimes the sex just isn't that good. I'm turning to you now. A new study shows
We had sex? God, how drunk was I?
Is that on your OnlyFans?
Study shows that 2/3, I thought this was shocking, 2/3 of LGBTQ plus people have faked orgasms, and 1/3 never told their partner. Question number 4, I'd swallow that. The new study is right. I have faked an orgasm.
Of course, I dated men for a short period of time. Of course, I faked an orgasm.
I never faked one. If I wasn't in the mood to come, I just didn't come. I mean,
Yeah.
can I say that?
Can you?
I just said
Well,
that.
you just did say that. You know.
I'm a trans woman. It's kind of hard to fake one, but I did once. I got away with it.
Yeah.
And you faked? You faked?
I have faked it, yeah. I mean, when I dated men, poor boys, couldn't find the G-spot with freaking GPS. They
Yoo-hoo,
couldn't
right,
freaking
right.
find my G-spot. It was like, dude, to the left, to the, you know what?
To the left, to the
F
left.
it. Oh my God, this is great. Oh, wow. Oh, I'll never be a lesbian. Oh my Lord, you're so big. Oh. You know.
Wait, wait.
I can totally
the
do like.
reporter in me.
I'm getting hot on that.
Right, the reporter in me requires me to ask: were those situations what turned you, Leslie?
No. I know. I slept with plenty of guys that knew where the stuff
They
was
found it.
and were
They
great.
found
You
it.
know, they followed direction well.
And there was no
Thank
faking.
you.
And there was
there
no
was
faking
no
this.
faking it at all.
What about you, Al? You have.
No, I've never had. In fact, what caught my attention when I saw this study report, it was like, wait, this must be talking about parts of the community, but it's not talking about gay men. Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
A lot of gay men are faking orgasms
Wow.
and have faked orgasms before.
I mean, it's depending on the scenario and the setup and the sexual situation. It's kind of hard to fake it.
Yeah.
For men, you know what I mean? Like
Guys,
without.
I can't imagine how.
Well, if you're on all fours and you're looking
Are we
back
gonna
and
do it
saying,
Well, no, if you're in a condom, also if you're in a condom, then you can.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
Not to get too
Graphic? You already did.
Too late. But, no, I'm
Too
just
late
trying to
for that.
envision, like,
Wait, hold on, I'm not finished.
that's called dry.
Okay.
That's called dry heaving or something.
oh my God,
Oh
help
dear.
me.
Oh dear. Right. All right. Well, that's our game. I'd swallow that. I have one more. I'm going to finish it sometime in the show. Next up, let's consider the best thing of the week. Last week, from Gotham, we reported that Robin was bisexual. Remember Robin in Gotham City? Well, welcome to tonight's most watched news show broadcasting here in Metropolis. We are the Daily Planet now, and we are getting ready to report breaking news. As we report that Superman is gay. DC Comics is considering making the Man of Steel a real Man of Steel. What do y'all think?
Of course he's gay, and Lois Lane is a freaking lesbian beard. I've been there. I've been there plenty of times, Lois. I get it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think it's fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Man of Steel, it works.
Yeah, and he's very well, he's very well groomed, and he has, he has all.
And he looks well hung, right?
know-
Like he would have like a steel down there kind of deal.
But Clark Kent's the one who really turns me on because he's just got that kind of nerdy thing. That,
Yeah,
there's no
the
difference
glasses.
in the two except for the glasses.
No, you know what I'm saying. The whole persona. I find the Clark Kent persona sexier than the superhero.
What's the guy that plays Superman? I've forgotten his current. Yes, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Now you think about the Witcher series. Did you watch the Witcher?
No.
Really?
I didn't either.
Oh my goodness, he's just incredible. Thinking about him as gay is just amazing. Amazing. Great.
Are you speechless?
I just choked up thinking about it. All right. Now, and I do that for some friends that are watching, by the way. Now, let's move on to our segment that is called What's on Your Mind. Each host is getting ready to tell us in just 30 seconds what is important to them this week. But remember, in just 30 seconds, or you're going to hear this bell.
Oh, my favorite.
Welcome
bell.
back from Puerto
Yeah.
Vallarta. All right, Faye, what?
Hey,
Let's start with you.
what?
What's on your mind?
So this, you know what, Puerto Vallarta is what's on my mind. I went on vacation for 5 days and it was splendid and I had a great time. But you know, I took a day out of those 5 days and I went to go volunteer at the local SPCA. So I think that everyone should volunteer on their vacay. It doesn't have to be all day. It could just be for a couple of hours. But it's just something wonderful to do. You know, if you don't want to volunteer at home for whatever reason, maybe you're embarrassed, who freaking knows? But take a moment and help others and find an organization wherever you're going. Trust me, there's plenty of them and they would love your help.
That's a lovely thought. I saw your post when you were helping with the dogs that day. It was great. Yeah. And Gajraj, what's on your mind this week?
So I'm all about social media challenges and I love watching them. But this latest TikTok challenge with the milk crates are absolutely ridiculous because number one, we don't have room in the ER right now. So stay off these milk crates. I mean, I don't like seeing people get hurt, but some people are seriously getting hurt, and it's not funny.
Yeah.
And there's some big girls trying that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you say it just like that?
Our dear friend Power posted a big girl at a stack of the milk crates, and Power wrote, "Girl, get down."
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
And Dale Stine, what's on your mind this week?
Well, what's on my mind this week is family. I had the great gift of driving up to Anna Maria Island last week to be with my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece. And just to encourage everybody to, when you have time to be with your family, and hopefully you love your family, when you have time, be sure to Snapchat and have lots of fun, because that's what a 6-year-old niece loves.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And did you see Dale's pictures while he was away?
did,
They were
yeah.
so cute.
Make memories. You know, make memories.
The
with your friends.
filters were awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I have to take a quick plug opportunity. Anna Maria, Sarasota, Bradenton, Manatee County, Sarasota County. They've just announced Sarasota is the first Trump county in Florida that the school board mandates masks. They're the first county in Florida to go against the Trump philosophy. It's a very conservative county. And in this last week, they announced years and years, I was involved in it once upon a time in Sarasota Pride. First time ever for 2022, they're going to do a parade in Sarasota.
Wow.
Congratulations, Sarasota.
Congrats, Sarasota.
We're very happy for you. And Rajee, what's on your mind?
Well, do you have about an hour?
No, you get
We have 30 seconds.
I got a lot on my
Girl.
mind. Oh my God, there's Afghanistan.
And you just lost 5.
Oh,
you
God.
got 25 seconds.
Well, there's Afghanistan. Boy, my heart goes out to the Americans and the allies of America, and just the females in that country. It's just horrific. And then, you know, there's the health workers here. Every time I watch the news and I see like the health workers in the emergency room, my heart goes out, because I know they're just really stressed. My niece went to college yesterday. I'm happy for her, but you know, definitely one of those moments.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
Anyway.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Well, next, let's catch up with the news from the world of entertainment. And before we tell you about our entertainment story this week, we want to tell you about something that we're getting ready to do at the Happening Out Television Network and Hotspots Magazine. We have lots of news. We do It's Happening Out, the most popular live talk show in the world in the LGBTQ community. We do news daily, an LGBTQ news. We do translation, and we do a trans program. We do a religious broadcast with Sunshine. We're getting ready to start something new, and we're going to do an entertainment show with somebody iconic in the South Florida entertainment community, and that is Kitty Meow. And we'll show you a little tease of what's getting ready to happen on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Watch this.
Left, right, center. Left, right, center. Left, right, center. Center. You're gonna rise. Rise, 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 You're gonna rise.
Well, what do you think about that?
Well, we just love Kitty Meow. Up to the moon and back, and up and back again.
Oh my God, and talented, and just sharing her talent with us for all these years. Wow, some of those clubs, I'm like, where was that? Where was that at? Like, amazing, amazing.
And
What a career.
All kinds of people are coming. Lady Bunny's coming, and Christine W. is coming, and
Amazing.
Kevin Aviance is going to be on the premiere. And I would be scalped if I didn't say publicly that Rise, that song that you just heard, is an original piece of music from Kitty Meow and Kevin Aviance, and the voice that you were specifically hearing there was this guy that, I don't know, I kind of known It's Happening Out. We kind of barely know him, but his name, I think, is Power Infinity. Oh yeah, that's right, and that's who you hear. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, the Kitty Meow Show, and it's something brand new. And my goodness, after a year and a half of pandemics and seeing so many of the tremendously terrible online video products that we saw, you're going to see something different here. It's quite
Can't
exciting.
wait.
Fabulous.
Yeah. All right. So in our world of entertainment this week, as we move on, VH1 announced this week the news that our wigs are snatched and it has left us gagging. We will be getting even more RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm trying not to look. We're going to get even more RuPaul's Drag Race, Untucked, and Secret Celebrity Drag Race. So our celebrity, I wish there was a camera in here so you could see what's happening. Our celebrity hot topic this week is RuPaul's Drag Race just got renewed for even more seasons. So, what do y'all think? More news on RuPaul?
God, RuPaul's going to take over the world.
Right,
I mean,
hello?
oh my God, she already has, you know?
has, yeah.
I don't know if we're at the point yet where it's like, no more, you know? I mean, but like, I would like a kind of different kind of broadcasting, maybe like, you know, RuPaul in the hood or something, like, you know, maybe something different, you
But
know?
at the same time, you know, she is opening up the talent pool.
Yes, she is.
So we have the bi-gender woman who's joining the UK cast. So I think that she's listening to the temperature of the room, meaning the world, and opening it up, making it broader.
You know, it's interesting,
So to speak.
and
That would be
I've
fun.
always made note of this. It was true. I worked with the Queens and RuPaul for years with the crews. RuPaul does not get in drag ever. RuPaul never gets in drag unless she's being paid for it.
Wow.
And so
Okay.
in everything that you see, even at drag cons, it's RuPaul Charles, the boy version. You never see it. And to me, that exemplifies your observation, which is he is redefining what we think about drag. And when we make the joke about how many RuPaul drag races they are, besides our joke, because we're making a joke, but the people that say it seriously because they're bitter and mean about it, excuse me, RuPaul is opening doors left and right for the entire world. And the number one audience of RuPaul's Drag Race is not cow, it is straight women.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's millions more of straight women to be introduced to RuPaul's Drag Race. And
Think about think about the education that it also gives. You know, like we're always talking about people in Middle America that maybe don't know a
Diversity,
trans person or maybe doesn't know a gay
inclusivity.
person. They get to learn from these shows because they always go behind the scenes and find their backstories, and they're always very, very interesting.
yeah.
Piggybacking on the story about I'm going to go back to the biogender woman again. It's going to be interesting the dynamic it changes in the dressing room.
In the workroom.
In the workroom. The workroom. To have a woman. I'm just going to be interested to observe
Dale,
it.
and that observation is interesting because of me knowing your background. Now, you have been around entertainers for your whole life. I mean, you know, when talkies went out of fashion, you were...
What's a talkie?
right.
I have so many names.
either.
That was a really shady read. But you've been around entertainment, and entertainers, singers, performers, backstage, it's like nothing.
It's just no holds barred. Nobody cares.
Nobody knows. Look, and as a woman, I've gotten naked in front of gay men all the time.
shows
It
where
doesn't
you
matter.
like fast changes and you're backstage and there's like every body part's in your face. You don't care because you got to get back on stage and do
Exactly.
the show.
Yeah.
But I think that being said, you're backstage and there are not cameras on you all the time. It's going to be interesting in the workroom of RuPaul's show because we're so used to that dynamic back there and we're so used to having that eye in there. It's just going to be interesting.
You know,
And
I hadn't thought about that. Do you think the boys will be more shy to be in front of a bio woman?
I don't really think so.
No?
I think it's just going to
Either
be
shy or shady.
I just think it's going to be. I just really think it's going to be interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be good, bad. I just
Yeah.
think it's going to be interesting, the dynamic.
Well, if that's true, if your observation is true, didn't they make a great choice to do that?
Absolutely.
In
I
Drag
think
Race
so.
UK.
Absolutely.
Because you get to watch something of going, wait, you keep asking for new things. We don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Okay, well, let's throw a woman into the mix.
And
That's
but
brand new.
The next is a straight man in drag, so then that's
Oh my
really going to
God,
change
yeah,
the
that's-
dynamic.
Really?
Yeah, that's fun. You know, my favorite thing about RuPaul's Drag Race in terms of the jokes of RuPaul is that by the time RuPaul is finished, and World of Wonder too, by the way, but by the time RuPaul's finished, there's going to be a RuPaul's Drag Race show in 1 out of every 2 countries in the world.
That's great.
That's funny
That's
if
great.
you think about it.
Because
That's
I'm a huge fan of the international series. I love those are my favorites because
Australia was awesome.
it was amazing. I love Canada. I love the UK. I loved Holland.
Yeah.
So
Have you watched Spain?
I did, and I love it because I even watch English TV with subtitles. So to me, watching things with subtitles is not a
Philippines is
barrier.
coming.
It's
Oh my
Oh, Philippines is
God.
probably going to be fantastic.
Thailand.
Can you, Thailand. Well, Thailand didn't do well.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a RuPaul's Drag Race in India?
I would love it. I think
No,
that would be.
I know.
Yeah, but can I imagine
Wait,
it?
RuPaul could sit at the table just playing solitaire, and you would love
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. I think it would be
Drag
incredible.
Bollywood.
I think it would be incredible.
Would it be supported in India, do you think? It would
I mean,
be
there's
watched?
culturally or just
Whatever you want to tell
it's
me.
politically, it's not very accepted,
Yeah.
of course, but culturally, I think it would be.
Yeah, because of that dynamic. Because I even remember going to Hindu weddings, and they would be like a drag queen that would come and perform. So in a way, in an odd kind of way, it's acceptable, but then it still has a stigma.
Yeah.
There is a Hindu god, and I can't remember the Hindu god, but this Hindu god turned into a woman for so many days, and that's why the Hijras in India, when people see them, they invite them to weddings or babies, when babies are
as
born,
kind of
for
blessing?
blessings. Exactly. And they give them money and food and stuff, but they still have a hard way to go.
Like a drag queen. That's
Yeah,
where I invite
so
them.
when you
yeah,
go to
so,
those events, you can say, take out your tip dollars.
Here's my
Wait,
cash app.
Cal, you'll be interested to know, production is telling me right now that RuPaul is on the phone, and she says that she's going to come here and play solitaire just to entertain you sometime.
Awesome.
But not in drag.
Not just
no,
with
no.
paid.
I want to be a
Fair.
drag queen,
Yeah.
y'all.
Let's
This is
pay her, girl. She
Yeah.
ain't getting it.
Well, like
This
they
is
say,
when I
like, you
wanna
don't do
be a
anything
drag
for free if you're good at it, right?
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Wait a
are we
minute.
talking about?
OnlyFans.
We're OnlyFans. Yes, we're getting ready to. Well, that's our discussion on entertainment. Next, we report that Happening Out Television Network helps support our LGBTQ community every possible way we can. A good example is the Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale, and we are broadcasting from our permanent set in supporting that partnership. The network broadcasts the largest LGBTQ religious broadcast in the world, with more than 30,000 watching every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's totally live. We encourage you to tune in. Our campaign of sponsorship proudly supports Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. Watch this.
I'm Auntie Mame, South Florida's black, bearded drag mama, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Well, up next, if we were standing around the LGBTQ water cooler, this is what we think we would all be talking about. Wait, not think, we know. This is what we're all going to be talking about. We refer to it as the hot topic of the week. OnlyFans. It touts itself as a social media platform. And after recent pushback from some of their credit card processing companies, they decided to get rid of adult content. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if that was thought through very well. Well, after seeing the backlash that they had, they have decided just today that they are reversing their stance. But is it too late to build trust with their brand? So, our hot topic this week, OnlyFans shocks the world by banning adult content in October and now reversing it. What do y'all think?
Is there another platform like OnlyFans
there are
that
many.
allows
There are
people to
many,
make that
many.
much money?
Yeah.
There are many.
Just
Actually,
fans.
in quick answer to your question, just for fans, and that, of course, where is the management and ownership of Just for Fans?
Here,
Right here.
on the gayest place on earth.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, all those other platforms just jumped on this because they loved it. And a lot of I know a few people who make some coins on, as we all know, on OnlyFans. And most of the guys I know, because they're women too, but I know mostly guys, and they all are ready to jump ship immediately, and they're not so ready to go back on that ship either now that it's like too late. too little, too late.
But would they lose their subscribers? They would have to start all over again. I mean, at another platform. So I think that people would be like, okay, cool, you made a mistake. I'm staying right here because I'm making a lot of loot. These people are making bank, Dale. Bank.
Oh, I know.
I bet you do.
They were driving like a jalopy one week, and then tomorrow they're driving a
Mercedes.
I mean, come on. Yeah,
I have a friend that is one of the top porn stars I have many friends on OnlyFans, but I have a friend, a good close friend. He's one of the top porn stars in the world, and all of the work that he had done in working for studios, all of his own brand. He has his own brand, and has for the last 3 or 4 years in porn, in traditional distribution. OnlyFans crushed everything that he had ever done.
Really?
He is making in mid-significant 6 figures. Just individual. He'll go into a town and go, Cal. He'll meet Cal at a bar and go, Cal, you're really a cute guy. Let's do a
collab. A collab.
We'll do a collab together, and it'll post on OnlyFans, and 60,000 people will watch it in the first 12 hours.
Yeah.
Wow! Think about the impact that has.
And the social media aspect is just huge because anyone can post in his story, I'm going to be in LA.
Yeah.
These dates. Who wants to collab?
Yeah.
And then 1,000 stories are unfolding.
Now, make sure you make that a little clearer, Dale, for everybody that might not be familiar with this. When X personality, we won't even use a personality name. X personality says, I'm going to come to Los Angeles, and I'm going to be in Los Angeles September 9th, 10th, and 11th. 3 days. Right. Now explain to us in real clarity what you just said happens.
Well, I mean, if I'm not in their DMs, if I'm not sliding into their DMs, I don't know exactly what's going on in their own world, but this gives the opportunity for other performers, other OnlyFans performers, or other adult content performers to slide into the DMs and say, I'm available, I'm interested, let's collab. And then they're going to get together and make a performance.
I'll give a real on-point.
In which they will probably not
I won't do this, but I will.
They will probably not fake orgasms.
Sean Zeverin will, I don't know if you know him, beautiful muscle guy, did lots of traditional gay porn. He will reach out to other porn stars and say, let's do it together. You post on your platform, I'll post on my platform. We'll collaboratively work out arrangement on it and have gigantic response for it. Because the participants in OnlyFans can ask for specific things. They can provide specific kinds of content. You basically become the director. Now, everybody can't do that, but that's what's going on.
Yeah, and then OnlyFans gets a percentage of it, right?
Everything.
But the percentage that the model, the performer gets is quite large.
Is dramatic.
And they can also not only then put the content on the news feed, but then they can put content that is locked, so that the buyer, the viewer, pays more money to see said content.
Yes, exclusive.
So there's just the avenues for making coins are vast.
Yeah, I want to go back to the question that Faye brings up.
Faye,
Yeah,
that's me.
that's her name.
How could he forget?
Sounds like gay.
Sounds gay. Okay, I'm going to remember that. Now I got it. Staying with OnlyFans versus jumping someplace else. Do we think that people will? They're going to jump out of OnlyFans.
You mean people who watch or the performers?
No. People that watch are going to stay
jump
no matter what.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, no question about it. But the content providers, are they going to stay?
I think they'll stay.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're staying because when you think about your subscription base, it's very hard to think that 100% of your subscription base will follow you to another site.
It's correct.
And then going back on the collaborations, it's smart business because you get to prospect to other subscribers.
And everybody has OnlyFans.
And Al, it's only been a matter of days. It's not like it's been months.
There's the issue.
And so
The people
that's the
that
thing.
honestly, the people that are crying today as we're doing this hot topic, because this is really a hot topic, we are literally telling you today that OnlyFans has reversed its decision. The tweet that they did is big news today. The only people that are crying about this entire debacle that OnlyFans has created is the other content providers.
Just for fans.
They're the
Fans
ones
leave.
that are crying
Yes.
because this gigantic door opened and it got slammed shut as quickly as it opened.
Yep.
I don't have to take my porn videos down. Yay.
And one last thing I'm curious about the topic on OnlyFans. Does it surprise you that, let's just focus on LGBT, not the general community, that LGBT is consuming our adult content in this fashion? Does it surprise you?
No.
No,
not at all.
We've always been at the forefront of porn and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like Pornhub and all that. Like we've always been able to find our porn. We need our porn. Our porn is important. Al, don't take away our porn. But there'll always be plenty of places that will offer that.
And even trans porn, because see, there's a lot of guys
Yeah.
that fantasize about being with someone like myself.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily like me, but you know what I'm saying. They want to be with a
like you
trans
too,
woman, yeah.
right?
And so porn is their go-to
Right.
because it's safe.
Right.
They don't have to worry about all the consequences.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't surprise you at all that this is the way we consume.
No.
Just out of curiosity, assuming that we have a reasonable porn or adult content consumption at this table, Falcon, men.com.
What about it?
What do you consume your adult content through the traditional?
I am a church-going lady, and I own.
Okay, you know what? I think we'll just leave it there. That Dale is a church-going
Yeah.
lady.
Or
The
the
church
question,
lady.
I think, really should be, are you accessing it like on a streaming device, or are you still watching it on like
But
DVDs?
because
Oh,
Because I
no,
think
I'm not even going there.
that's
but you can see a lot of. I've heard. You can see a lot of. I've heard. You can see a lot of porn on Twitter, even.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
can.
free.
Yes.
it's free.
Yeah.
But they're using Twitter to promote their OnlyFans.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're using,
It's a free
they're
platform.
using all
Yeah.
the
Get
free
the
platforms.
subscribers.
Well, that's what's going on at Pornhub too.
Yeah.
Pornhub, you're watching 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever.
Isn't that all you need though, Al?
No.
I knew that. I saw that one coming.
No.
Oh my God.
And you're a hateful woman.
I am.
Hateful. And it really is a gigantic commercial for OnlyFans or GoTo, the site. It's constant. It's a whole new world of experiencing our. Not that I've only heard.
Right.
I've only
I've only-
heard.
yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's explore the LGBTQ plus world this week with some silly and important headlines in the LGBTQ plus news for the week. This is a lightning round. Let's discuss them in our segment that we call Saved by the Bell. Right here, it's sitting here in front of me. But there's a twist, of course, as you know. We are only going to discuss these and each headline for just 1 minute. At the end of the 1 minute, you're going to hear this bell, and you've got to stop and move on no matter where you're at.
I hate that bell.
I know you do, and that's why I love it so much. Here we go. Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
After the ultra-right-wing paper The Pillar outed a high-ranking member of the Catholic Church as gay, they started leaking information about even more members of the church, although not naming them, including those within the Vatican itself.
Oh my God.
Saved by the Bell headline number 1. The Vatican now fears more Catholic priests will be outed using Grindr data. What do y'all think?
And they are going to be outed more for
And
using Grindr.
sorry, I'm all for it.
You're all for them being outed.
Yes, I mean, I know I'm not for outing people in general. I mean, as a general rule, outing people I don't think is really appropriate. But because of what the Catholic Church in general stands for, and because of all the hiding and the subterfuge, is that the right word? That goes on, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for the outing to happen.
Yeah, because really, let's face it, what you do is your business. But if you're saying, oh, homosexuality is wrong and people should be punished or condemned for it, and then you're going on these sites and looking for hookups, then
We've reported this at Queer News. Does anybody think it's hypocritical that this is happening to priests, bishops, even the one that we're talking about is a bishop? The reporting is the majority of priests in the world are gay. Don't you think it's an interesting?
It is an interesting fact, and I think that when they entered into the priesthood, they didn't have OnlyFans and Grindr and Adam for Adam and all these things around. So they did it to be able to hide their own feelings, but now it's accessible and they could do it in secrecy, and they think they're getting away with it.
But they're being dumb. Why Grindr? Go find Christian Mingle or something.
JD.
JD. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics had a record number of LGBTQ plus athletes competing. The 2020 Paralympics, which started yesterday, are set to follow suit.
2021.
21, thank you. Saved by the Bell, headline number 2. The 2021 Paralympics will see the most openly LGBTQ plus athletes ever in history. What do y'all think? Paralympics?
I think that's great.
LGBT.
I think that's amazing, and I think there needs to be more education behind it, because I think people get stuck on the word Paralympics, and it doesn't mean paralyzed; it means parallel. So I think people understood that, they would appreciate it, and they would support it a lot more than they do.
Gives us the opportunity to be more inclusive and support diversity. Estimates show in the LGBTQ community in America, we have 3.5 to 4.5 million that identify in a category of disability in the LGBTQ community. in
Really?
America. These games help focus attention on those 3.5 to 4.
Representation. Every aspect of life.
And have you seen some of these hotties, those basketball guys? Ooh, wow.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
And best commercial, one of the best commercials I've ever seen in my life is the swimmer that is adopted.
The girl.
Yeah, the girl. And she competes. Tomorrow's her first swim in competition. We wish her all the luck. All right. We move on. Sometimes when we're on a date, we miss some of the problematic things that our dates may say. Sometimes a stranger must step in to help warn us. Oh, girl, remember?
Molly, girl, you in danger.
You in danger, girl. You in danger.
You in danger.
Saved by the Bell, headline number 3. A woman is shocked after a gay stranger in a restaurant gives her a note warning to flee the coffee date because he thinks the date is a bit crazy. What do y'all think?
I love that. I love that. Gay boys don't know any. Gay boys have no sense of boundaries. You guys just really don't. You're overhearing everybody else's conversation, and then you're gonna write a note, and tell her to run.
When we reported this on Q, I'll say the same thing. I want to go on a kiki date, coffee date, with the gay guy and the girl on the date. I think that would be big fun.
The gay guy and the girl. The girl,
born. Yes, those two.
Yeah, all right.
Not the schmuck.
Not the schmuck.
But even to dating, I'm always very strategic on the dates that I go on, because I won't commit to a dinner first. I do coffee.
Yeah.
Really?
Or
coffee work.
That way I have an out. So that way, if it's not going well, then that's it. And
Oops, I got an
I mean,
appointment.
I gotta go. You don't want to have your head in the pillow for just anybody.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, you made that reference earlier.
Yeah.
I was just tying the stories together, Al.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of basement bottoms here.
A lot of bottom shaming.
Yeah, shaming. All right. Here's your best friend. No, not here. He's your best friend. I'm still in the last story. He's your best friend and doesn't care if you're gay. But it's your loss if you're too tired to kill your sister. Huh? Watch this.
Everyone has a Halloween they'll always remember. And this is Jake's.
Jake, you into vintage?
No, I'm into retro.
Oh, what's the difference?
About $10.
Fair enough. Look at that. Someone took the butcher knife.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Jake, are you okay?
I can't stand the sight of blood. Pussy.
Oh, no, Jake, that isn't quite right.
What happened to you, Jake? You used to have friends.
Don't forget your boy toy. Okay.
here.
It's contagious, isn't it? Laughing at people. Well, guess what, Eds? Now the joke's on you. Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
What did you do?
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Yeah, well, Mommy's full of shit. Look around you. It's the World Series of Slaughter.
Stop. Did you feel that?
Everywhere Jake Wheeler goes, death seems to follow. This creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
It's kill or be killed. Everybody's gotta choose.
What's going on with you? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Chucky. He's gone. Dude, you have a serious doll problem. If you only knew.
Hey kid, I'm gonna go kill your sister. Wanna come?
I'm sleepy.
You snooze, you lose.
Oh, you gay boys and your toys.
Is it over?
Yes, it's over.
Okay,
Saved by
thank
the
you.
Bell
Can't watch.
headline number 4. The upcoming Chucky Ruby. The upcoming Chucky reboot is so gay, it's actually scary. What do y'all think? Chucky.
I love
series.
it.
I do too.
I love it. I love Halloween.
You like
I love
horror-
Halloween
like
movies.
horror
I
movies?
love horror movies and shows. I can't wait because it's a series. I think it's even better. So kind of relive those childhood memories of because I was terrified watching it as a kid.
But
So-
now it's like almost kind of funny
it's
too.
fun
You
to
know,
watch
scary
it.
and
Yeah,
funny.
absolutely.
None of it's funny. It wasn't funny then. It's not funny now.
I don't
Okay,
like- I
and
don't
now
like
with the
horror.
new technology, it looked too freaking real. So hell to the effing no way. I will not be watching that crap.
I don't know why I'm looking at you and going, oh, you want to go and...
So if you bring something like that into the studio, I will not. I will not. I will not.
So Chucky won't be guest hosting.
No. Want to play?
There we go. There we go. Wait. Note to self. We trust our healthcare providers and pharmacies for the most part, but what happens when someone is scamming the actual pharmacy? Saved by the Bell headline number 5. Gilead this week warns that counterfeit versions of its HIV meds are being found in U.S. pharmacies. What do y'all think?
That's scary stuff, man. That's dangerous stuff is what it is. So, I mean, and there's no way to tell if you've got the counterfeit stuff. You can actually see the number on it and look at the label and make sure that everything matches to make sure that you don't have a counterfeit, right?
Right,
That's correct.
You'll be able to tell when those when those labs come back and you're going up, and you're not undetectable anymore. But that's real. It's dangerous.
But how does something like this happen? Are people getting these from the pharmacies, or they're just buying it off the market?
Well, it can be both.
Yeah.
They said from the pharmacy, according to, yes.
Yeah.
So, but one would think that the big chains like
Well,
Walgreens,
that's
CVS,
Gilead's number one recommendation.
That they
Buy
won't-
from reputable, well-known brand pharmacies.
So Abuela's Pharmacy down the street, you might want to check that out and not get it from there. Got it. In Hialeah. Got it. Got it.
Did you just call out all the people in Hialeah?
Shaming abuelas in Hialeah.
I love you, Abuelas.
First we're bottom shaming, now we're Hialeah shaming. Wow, okay. All right. Well, the children really are our future, especially for the queer community. Saved by the Bell headline number 6. A new study shows Gen Z has as many as 4 times more identifying as LGBT as we once thought before. 4 times more are identifying as LGBT. What do y'all think?
They're more fluid. They have
not
more
surprised.
information.
Yeah.
You know, like for us during our time, oh, it's a phase or it might be a phase. For them, it's okay to have a phase. Like I know younger people that are like, you know, oh, I'm into girls right now, and then maybe in a couple of months they're not, and nobody shames them for it. You know what I mean? Where for us it'd be like you're out of the closet or you're not. You know, I mean, they're more fluid.
Well, I'm curious, how long did your phase of faking orgasms and being with boys last?
A couple of years. A couple of years saying that I was bi. Yeah, right. I was, by the way, lesbian. That's what I was.
And I have in my family there's some trans people and also some trans partners people, and so I've noticed that my family, Southern family, a Christian Southern family, make adjustments in their own thinking and how to navigate it. And they never, at never any point, I must say, I'm very proud that there was never a point where there was any conscious shaming of it. Maybe the ignorance that we've talked about before, not understanding and not knowing. But to watch their evolution in the process of navigating through it has been fascinating and wonderful.
You're blessed to have that family, my friend.
Absolutely. That's an exception.
Have them talk to my family.
Yeah.
Mine too.
They're in Hialeah?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Hardly.
Wish they were.
Hardly. Okay. All right. And we'll run a disclaimer at the end of the show apologizing.
Yeah.
I love Hialeah.
But there's a list of people
Yes, a list that we have offended tonight. All right. Well, finally tonight, we're the LGBTQ community. So what does all that mean?
Sex!
It means sex and relationships. Let's play another game. Our game asks who you would do. Cal, I'm going to ask you who is going to do you, apparently. And what?
Add to the bottom.
Why am I not doing anyone? Why is it?
Because you were the
I
self-proclaimed
was
bottom.
going to say, because you told us this is what you wanted, and we're trying to provide dialogue supporting your preferences. Or at least that's what I think. And we're going to ask, right,
Okay.
what would you do to 3 different interesting people? Tonight, we're going to play our OnlyFans game, because we thought when we were working on the show production that OnlyFans was gone.
Yeah.
Little did we know
like,
it's
no.
not.
Here to stay.
It's like
Exactly
Chucky.
right. Exactly. Chucky's back.
Chucky's
So is OnlyFans. All right. So tonight our game is called Shag, Marry, Chop. And our theme is hotties from OnlyFans. These are 3 of some of the top performers on OnlyFans. So this week we're going to play with Adam Cousins, Matthew Camp, and a South Floridian and former in-studio Shag, Marry, Chop model, and he was delicious, Rick York. All right, everybody ready?
You already started playing the game out.
I played way in front of all of y'all. Don't ask me who I'm shagging. All right, so let's start with Faye.
Yes.
Faye, who are you going to shag?
Okay, I am gonna shag, or I might even let him shag me at this point. Rick York, okay? He's hot. He just has, I even like the little fur on his chest going on.
And
It's
see,
good.
that's a strategic choice because you know he's close by, so the shag is easy.
Well, and I also know that he's got money. All the dollar bills that he's got all over his body. So, I'm smart too.
Right.
So I am going to marry Adam Cousins. Okay, because I love that he loves soccer. I'm Colombian. That's what we do. We can watch soccer together.
You're Colombian now?
Half. Yeah.
Colombian.
Yeah.
You're Jersey, Puerto Rican.
Listen, I'm a hot mess is what I am. I'm
Colombian.
De todo un poco, like they say. Yes. De todo un poco. And I'm gonna have to chop Matthew Camp. Why? Because I'm getting some kind of Trumpster kind of look to him.
Oh, no.
And I'm sorry, Matthew, I don't mean to disrespect you, but doesn't he look like he was there in January 6th? Doesn't he look like, and I keep on talking, I'm sorry. So I can't.
Just adding to the list.
I was going to say.
Apologies to Matthew Camp
yes,
also.
At the end, production, please put in Matthew Camp as another apology
Bobby.
for the show. And Cal's take the shock look off your face before you start. Who are you going to shag?
So I'm definitely going to shag Rick York because I've seen him in person.
And that's Bam and Bam now.
Yes, so definitely shag Rick York. I actually think Matthew Camp is really cute, and I would marry him.
Okay.
He is cute.
Yeah, I think he's definitely that boy next door
Is
look.
he touching?
His knee. And then out of the process of elimination, I would chop Adam Cousins.
Yeah, it just happened to.
Just,
All right.
yeah.
And Dale, now put your Miami gay list hat on and add in 17,000 of your fans at Miami Gay List and vote for them also.
They're so fickle.
Would right?
They're so fickle.
Exactly. Who would the Miami Gay List fan shag here?
Well, when I posted Matthew as a hottie of the day some time ago, and he was very popular and successful.
Look at his butt. His butt is cute.
Between the,
Shag.
so I have to think of as a Miami Gay List person and not myself.
Yeah, because yours is not as interesting.
Thank you. Add my name to that list at the end.
Right. Production, add Dale Stine
Highly
an
offended
apology
by
at the end of credits.
Okay. So I'm going to go with, I think, Ricky that's Ricky, right?
Rick
York. Rick York.
Yeah.
And
South
that would
Florida
be the
boy.
shagging.
Yeah.
Because the people on Miami Gillis, they have no level of commitment.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a shag.
Yeah.
And Mary.
I'm in that Facebook group.
Wow.
Are you?
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Fine.
Okay.
And
you're married?
They're going to marry. I think they're going to marry Matthew Camp. I was trying to find out what's going on. He was, his home was there was arson, and I think it was hate crime.
Did you do a background check on these guys?
No, I posted about it.
We
It was big
actually
news. We talked
reported
about
it at
was
Queer
big
News.
It was big
Oh, okay.
It was big news.
We did. It was big news. Yeah.
Because it was major.
Have you ever thought about watching Queer News?
Maybe I should.
There's a lot of good stuff there.
It's only good when that lesbian's on. It's only good when that lesbian's on.
You know, we had a show while you were gone, by the way, where there were 3 lesbians at the table. I felt like,
Wow.
geez, this is what oppression feels like.
I think I would done with it. Okay, so and then I guess that means we
chop.
And Dale would have a hard time chopping because I think he's really hot.
Yeah. All right, but your voice is irrelevant. And Rajee, Rajee, who are we? Who are we shagging?
Decisions. Okay, so
Now
I
you
guess
can't be greedy. And,
I know, and say all 3.
You can't be
right?
like you are with the tablecloth.
I know, this poor tablecloth. Apologies to our viewing audience. My
Could
tits
you add the
keep pulling-
tablecloth to the bottom of the list of credit?
My tits just keep pulling them over.
I have the best view from this side of the table. Let me tell you.
So, okay, so I guess I would have to shag the Trump supporter, according to Faye. Okay, hey, but that wouldn't be
sorry,
a first,
I don't
right?
think he's a Trump supporter.
I would be shocked.
Look at the beer can, and
Stop
then
it
he's
now.
got like the hat backwards. I mean, he's 1 second away from it saying MAGA.
You're ruining my marriage.
Well, I'm shagging him.
Anyway,
and,
right?
Shag, and
that
you're
wouldn't be
married, then
anything new,
becomes-
and then so I would be walking down the aisle with Rick York. Yes, I would. And unfortunately, I have to, chop Adam.
Poor Adam.
Yeah, poor Adam.
And he's
because
so hot at him.
Really
He is very
cute.
hot.
Oh,
Love his
look at
heart.
that picture right there.
Yeah.
Delicious. All right, well, that's Shag, Marry, Chop for this week. Before we end the show, we introduce you to our sponsor, Jet's Pizza. You're coming to South Florida, you've got to try this pizza.
Oh, I'm hungry.
The pizza of choice for the LGBTQ community, and that's, of course, Jet's Pizza.
Delicious. That's cauliflower
ready
crust
to
right there. Look at that.
Put it in your
We're
mouth.
getting ready to enjoy it. Oh, she's put
That's
some.
they
yummy.
have,
Look, that's the only
cauliflower
sausage
crust.
that will. That's
It's
the
delicious.
only sausage that will go anywhere near my lips.
Which lips?
Love you,
Faye?
Jets.
Which lips?
Love
Faye?
you, Jets.
Ooh.
Both.
Maybe.
Love you, Jets.
Maybe now.
about a marketing
I was
campaign.
going to say, marketing guru sitting here at the table going, wait, did they just connect the product
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Rewind the tape. We'll find out what we're trying to
Add it to the bottom.
Right. Add our sponsor as an apology. And, we apologize to Jet's Pizza.
And
right?
sausage.
Yes, and sausage. add sausage to the apology list and,
Yes.
and credits. All right, well, that's it, South Florida. Another week with you and the world's first and most popular LGBTQ talk show in the world. Before we sign off, let's hear from our host one final time for a good night. And let's begin a good night from Faye What?
Say what? So good night, everybody. Thank you to It's Happening Out and Happening Out Television for having us and giving us a place to truly be us and, tell you the important stories that matter to our community and to our allies. I'll be back here next Monday and Wednesday with my favorite white person, Mr. Al Ferguson on Queer News Tonight. And I'll be back here on It's Happening Out next Wednesday as well. Now, I got my booster shot. Have you? For you folks that have not even gotten the first or second shot, what are you waiting for? FDA approved. Nobody grew a third titty and nobody wants to track you. You are not that important. Go get vaccinated now. If you're not doing it for yourself, do it for others. Thank you.
And production, could you add the vaccine to our apology list at the end of credits? And Cal Gajraj, from you.
Well, thank you so much for letting me be on the show again. I absolutely love this diverse panel. We represent a lot of different walks of life, and I love being on the show every single opportunity that I get. There's so much awful things going on in the world, and I think the one thing that we can always do is be kind to one another and always look at a different perspective and, just take everything with a grain of salt. Not everything on social media is true.
That's absolutely true. That's true. And a good night from Dale Stine.
Well, first of all, I just want to apologize to anyone I've offended, and I want to apologize on behalf of the panel to anyone we might have offended. So just look for the list at the bottom at the end of the show.
At the end of
but I just want to piggyback on what was on my mind earlier, and I want to just encourage everyone to make beautiful memories in every moment you can with your friends and family, because as Cal pointed out, life is tough, and there's some hard things going on, and there's some, Afghanistan, Haiti, it's an endless list. So we have to really be very present and enjoy every moment. Like I enjoyed this show tonight. I felt very in the moment during the show, and it was a pure pleasure.
Yeah,
to all of you.
Thank you very much, and we all agree with you. And a good night from Rajee, Narine-Singh.
You have an hour?
No, 30. You got 30 seconds, girl. 30 seconds.
I just want to say that it is an absolute pleasure. I am just so happy to be able to have a seat at this table. This was just really fun tonight. And to everyone out there, just to piggyback on what you two said, there's so much going on in the world. So really take time out, take a few deep breaths. It's easy to get consumed. And even for myself, I have to stop and just take some deep breaths and, realize that we're all walking miracles. So rejoice in that, because it doesn't last forever. We have to leave.
Yeah, and you're very proud contributor to the trans community, and you're always welcome at It's Happening Out.
Thank you.
If you want to interact with us, by the way, we want to tell you that Hotspots Magazine is celebrating its 36th anniversary. It's Happening Out will celebrate its 3rd year. And of course, we've merged with WMEG. And on October 20th, we're getting ready right after September 1st to announce it. We're going to have a big celebration here at Sunshine Studios. And we're going to have a nice bar and a lot of food, because if Faye's going to be here, we've got to have a lot of food and celebrate. And we're going to do a special version of Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out, and celebration with entertainers and a lot more. So save the date. Mark it down on your calendar, Wednesday, October 20th, for this anniversary celebration. Yay. So, is what you watched tonight important to you? You sat right here at the LGBTQ kitchen table right along with all of us. We're here every Wednesday at 9 p.m., and this is live. It was unedited. What came out of Dale and Faye's mouth, that we have so many things. The end credits are going to be about 9 minutes long.
What my titties did.
They were all live, right, exactly. We're here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. And don't forget, Queer News Tonight is daily at 8 p.m. Hotspots Magazine and WMEG events. Remember, if it is important to you, it's happening out. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.